Ja, ein herzliches Salam alaikum.
Thank you, and cordial salam alaikum. I want to correct this. This is not my fan club. This is my harem.
Herbert S.
Herbert S.
schreibt mir am 11. November.
He wrote me on November 11, 2016 an email that I'm already accustomed to getting every few days. You're an Islamist. 7 exclamation marks. You want to take over Germany. 5 exclamation marks. I will act on this. 5 exclamation marks. These kind of guys love exclamation marks. I answered on the same day. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Herbert. Thank you for your membership application. I'm very glad to hear about your will to act, to become an Islamist yourself, and to walk our path. Thank you for your interest, and I want to inform you that you are a member of ours starting December 1st, 2016. Welcome, brother. Walaikum assalam. Abu Hasnain bin Kazim, Tora, Bora, Afghanistan. I'm answering from my official job email, but obviously not everybody gets it that this can't be serious. So he answered me on November 13th, 2016. You're talking out of your ass. 5 question marks, 10 exclamation marks. I answered the same day. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Herbert. As glad as I am about your wish to be a member of our congregation, I still have to ask you to please walk the righteous path and moderate yourself regarding your sexual fantasies. It is a misconception that we Islamists have an inclination for ass play. We punish such fantasies with whippings. Should such thoughts haunt you, let us know and we will find a solution. You are very welcome, however, to join us in Afghanistan, where there is a will, there is a way. However, you can also wait until we extend our empire to Germany and welcome us with open arms and a joyful heart. Walaikum assalam, your brother Kazim. So Herbert wrote on the same day, from now on, just capital letters. That is a sign that his blood pressure is going up. I filed a criminal complaint. I wrote on November 17th, 2016, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Herbert. Thank you for the information. Yes, the Sharia police has informed me that you have filed a complaint against yourself because of your anal fantasies. It is a good thing, Brother Herbert, that you are admitting to your faults and weaknesses. I have talked to the Council of Elders and we will desist from whippings this time. May you continue to walk the righteous path. Walaikum assalam. He wrote on November 21st, 2016, you are a danger for Germany. My answer on November 23rd, 2016. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Herbert. You are mistaken, my brother. My job is to protect the Caliphate of Germany. Walaikum assalam. He responded on the same day. I am really serious. I will lodge a complaint. This is the point where I've understood that this is not going to go anywhere. I'm always writing from my official job email something that is clearly not serious. So I decided to answer more serious. Dear Mr. S, so far I thought you would understand the sarcasm of my replies to your, pardon my French, idiotic mailings. Clearly that is not the case. Please read all my books and my articles. Read what I reported from Turkey, Egypt, Tunisia, Iran, and so on. Have you ever even read one line of mine? Why am I an Islamist, according to you? If you can give me a satisfactory answer, we can continue on. Until then, good luck with your complaint with the police. Warm greetings, Hasnain Kazim. He answered, you are writing on Facebook that you want to found a caliphate centered in Dresden. That is actually true, I wrote that. This is how the book My Caliphate started, that I will declare or proclaim the caliphate from the Semper Opera in Dresden. So I answered, goodness, Mr. S, you really are slow, aren't you? Do you really take that as truth? Have you ever actually looked at my Facebook thing? If tomorrow I would write there that I'm going to conquer the world, would you believe that as well? He has not replied to me since, and he has not filed a complaint either. So at least I haven't received any notice of one. Is it smart to treat people like this? I don't think so. Did it change anything? Did it change his mind? I actually don't think so. But what I do have to admit, it is actually a lot of fun. So I tell myself, if I have to suffer through all the hate, and this is not just affecting me, but also other journalists and from all sorts of newspapers, usually the ones that are migrants themselves, but today actually most of them that don't just write about Islam, immigration or something like that. A lot of topics. It's Corona, Fridays for Future, climate, Ukraine. For all of these topics, you get a lot of hate. There are critic is something you have to expect, but there are death threats. So every now and then I allow myself to have some fun with it. Usually or often it's actually useful, so I want to give you this one dialogue.
Maybe you see what they mean. It's one of the rare moments where a woman writing to me, where most hate speech or hate writings are anonymous, but the part of non-anonymous people is actually rising. You think like a murder threat is just, well, it just happens. Some people believe it. I'm allowed to say that and write stuff like that with real names, with addresses sometimes. So I can just estimate, is it men, women, diverse, whatever. But my feeling is that most people writing with names, many people are men. I don't want to say old men, it's all men, but it's usually lonesome men. What I think, okay, most come from 21 in the evening during the night, and I read all of them in the morning. I imagine all these people being really lonesome, sitting at their computers. They don't have anyone to talk to, and they just puke on their keyboard. This is the rare moment where a woman is writing me. Marianne M., who wrote to me at 5th January 2017 at 9:10 in the morning. Just one sentence. Well, just out of the blue, I don't know why she wrote me. Mr. Kazim, I'm asking you, are you against polyamory? My answer at 10:03, dear Mrs. M. Yes. Why are you asking? Regards, Hasnain Kazim. She answers at 10:30. It's just half an hour later. Am I supposed to believe that? You, being Mohammedan, should advocate that. I'm asking you because you're a famous Islamic representative. My answer at 10:35. Dear Mrs. M, I'm a Mohammedan, a famous Islamic representative? You're telling me news there. Please tell me more about me. Maybe you also know something about an inheritance worth millions I don't know of, but nevertheless be sure I'm against polygamy. Greetings, Hasnain Kazim. Marianne M. writes at 10:57. Muslim stays Muslim. That's what your name shows. I'd rather you tell me why are you against polygamy. So she always answers right away. Obviously, she's sitting at the computer and rages against me. So I thought, okay, I might take a while. And I'm writing back at 11:10. Dear Marianne, I'm allowed to call you Marianne, right? I'm pretty sure you are a folk music singer. Whoever is called Marianne must be a folk music singer. Do you like wearing dirndl? Or are you more like a North German Marianne? But coming back to your question. First, you shouldn't extrapolate attitudes, opinions and beliefs from outer appearances like color of the skin or names. Second, no religion is good or bad per se, but it's what people make out of it. People, not some god or prophet, but people. I get the feeling that you have a negative opinion on religion by default. Third, Of course, you don't have to you don't have to like everything because it belongs to a foreign culture or different religion. I think polygamy, or to be more precise, polygyny, which means a man with a maximum of 4 women, is misogynic. This practice may be historic because a lot of children had to be born or other reasons, but it is and stays misogynic. Some men reason this with a religion, and some women believe that it's God's will and their religion, and they have to accept their fate, instead of protesting against it. This shows how clever people use religion for their goals. I am against that. Nevertheless, when a man has several lovers, or maybe even a woman, which isn't that unusual in Germany, I've heard, is this his or her thing? Do you understand this? I know the world is difficult, but we can't just craft a new one, even if your folk music suggests this. Greetings and happy yodeling, Hasnain Kazim. She writes, at 13:30, back, well, after lunch, I guess, Dear Mr. Kazim, I'm neither a folk music singer nor a fan of that music. You can believe this. But thanks for your extensive answer. You're right. I shouldn't have drawn from your name on your religion. I googled you and found out who you really are. Thanks for your answer. I'm happy to read You're Against Polygamy. Greetings, Marianne M. My answer at 17, Dear Mrs. M, believe me, you don't get to know me better by Googling me, but nevertheless you have a little more info besides my name now. Now tell me why you wrote to me and asked me. Why did you get the idea to ask me of all people about my opinion on polygamy? Greetings, Hasnain Kazim. And Marianne answers at 22:15. I've had a long day with Marianne. Dear Mr. Kazim, I read your comment where you wrote about racism in Germany. This upset me because I thought, why a Muslim writes about racism here? They have their own problems, like polygamy. That's why I asked you. No offense, and greetings, yours, Marianne M. So this was my dialogue with Marianne. Did that actually help? I think yes. I don't know if you realized it. Well, she started with Mr. Kazim, I'm asking you. And she's ended with Dear Mr. Kazim, like he's pretty soft. During the day, what changed, that we had this dialogue, the tone of the communication. And it's important for me because many people say, well, it's a tone policing, and well, the tone is not important. In a civilized togetherness with people, tone is important. I don't want to say that the tone is everything, but you can be a racist in a really charming way. But tone is one important point, and in this case, it got better, and you found eyesight basically. So this is for that. A third of people, it helps, and you find a tone that's good for it. Some people keep hating against me. Some just stop writing. That's also okay. For me, there's only one border. As soon as people sending me death threats, that's actually a lot of people who do that. I usually go to a lawyer. It usually didn't really help, and people didn't really search, and the mail came from outside Germany. Or you try to find someone using the IP address. It wasn't me. Well, this computer is in my office. Other people can use it. It wasn't me. Usually, just like, well, they say, okay, we can't really find out who it was. There's a change, and justice starts thinking about, okay, you can't really just take it. We need new rules. No, I don't think so. We don't need no more rules. death threats or harm threats before internet weren't allowed, and not even in the times of the internet. So what actually changed? The medium changed. But the death threat is still a death threat, and this is not allowed. So you just have to, well, make sure the actual rules are followed, even the rules that before. There's organizations helping you with this. Hate Aid, for example, they are also on the publica. They support people getting hate messages. I usually do it on myself. Sometimes you can actually get a fine for this, like 10,000 euros. That's good like this. Sometimes this helps, really. Not only the dialogue, but also at the court. So this for that. I will be later at 16. Goodbye.